5 years ago, I had an accident at work where my hand got caught in a styrofoam cutting machine. I lost my finger in that accident, and from that moment on, much of my life changed. The hardest part after the accident wasn't the physical discomfort, but rather exposing my amputated finger to others and having to endure their stares. I was always conscious of how people looked at me. Because of that, there were many times I felt intimidated in my relationships and everyday life. Feeling burdened by those stares, I started looking into prosthetics. I searched for finger prostheses on Google, but most were foreign products and were not easily accessible. While continuing my search, I discovered a company called Banzo that makes functional and practical products right here in Korea, and I really wanted to try it out for myself. When I first tried fitting it, the size wasn't quite right, so I couldn't use it at all. But later, after wrapping some gauze around it to adjust the fit, I was able to do things like drive, exercise, and lift light objects. That's when it finally hit me. I could truly use my hand again. If your goal is just to go about your daily life, the plastic material alone is perfectly satisfying. However, I do think it takes a few adjustments to find the absolute perfect fit for yourself. As for controlling your grip strength, I think that depends on how much of the finger is left and what your range of motion is. After using it for about 2 weeks, I found that because it isn't made of metal, it's extremely light. I didn't feel weighed down by it at all. On the other hand, the aluminum prosthesis I used before was quite heavy. Bending my hand was okay, but extending it back took a lot of effort and was difficult. At work, when I had to lift heavy objects or round metal pipes, or when gripping tools with handles, it would hurt if they touched the amputated area. So I used to keep that finger extended and only use the other fingers. But since wearing this prosthesis, I can lift objects naturally again, and I've regained my old work efficiency. Because lifting things feels natural now, I've even been able to start exercising again. Lifting dumbbells or doing pull-ups isn't hard anymore. Even when driving, that awkward grip is gone, and I can hold the steering wheel comfortably. If there's anyone out there who is worried about how others look at them, like I was, I've been there. After the accident, I used to walk around with my finger wrapped in bandages and tried so many different things, but in the end I realized that what matters most is your mindset. We can't undo what has already happened, but we can adapt and change ourselves to fit the new reality. I hope we don't give in to despair, but rather move forward and embrace the change. Let's find strength together.